It's time now to check your money with America's Money Maven, Vicki Brackens. Vicki Brackens is the president of Brackens Financial Solutions Network, LLC, and a registered representative of LPL Financial, member SIPC. Summer has officially started, Vicki.
Can you believe it, George?
It's been hot.
It's been hot. It's 75 degrees.
No, it's been up and down because it's been 55, and then it's been 87, and it's been
right.
We're
Okay.
all over the place. We're all over the place. But
I mean, you know, this weekend we had one of our favorite events happen, which was to restart or enjoy again for the first time in many years the downtown Syracuse Jazz Fest.
5 years, I think it has been.
Yeah, it's been even longer than that. 5 years
for downtown.
OCC.
Right,
For
5 years
downtown,
since.
I think it's like 10 or 15 years.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, that's what you mean. I meant 5 years since we had that event, but downtown. That's correct. No, many years for that event. You're right.
Okay,
You're
I think
right.
the last time it was downtown, Ray Charles closed the evening. Okay, yeah. and then we moved out to OCC, which was glorious. But I'm glad that that happened. But you were talking about the temperature. I don't know if you saw from one of my sorors, but also from a face that we miss here. Miss Jennifer Sanders sent us a little blurb that it was 106 degrees there in Texas. I could not believe she said that. So I'm glad that at least we are in a more tempered environment up here in upstate New York. But George, listen, one of the things I really wanted to make sure that we covered this week was the fact that the Biden administration and Congress and the Senate have been talking for quite some time about one of the campaign promises, which was to repay student loans, to do some kind of student loan forgiveness, which is still in consideration right now. In fact, I think I saw Senator Schumer having some type of press conference about it in the latter part of the week. But something happened in April that just totally went under the radar that we did not have a conversation about. But I want to thank a couple of my clients who pointed out some things to me that gave us a reason to go back and research what was happening on the federal student loan repayment process. And that is on April 6th, the U.S. Department of Education announced a record 6th extension, which everybody knew about that. But they also announced a couple of additional things that may actually, for many of the 41 million student loan borrowers out there, provide some relief, even if we don't get the loan forgiveness program through passage this year. And one of those things happens to be something called the Fresh Start program. Fresh Start, because as part of the extension from the Department of Education that took place, they put in something called the Fresh Start, which is allowing individuals who have student loans to enter repayment in good standing. So, a lot of individuals were behind on their student loan payments. They were possibly in delinquency, all types of negative positions, even before the pandemic. So what they did during the COVID-19 pandemic extension process was to put in something called a Fresh Start extension, which means that everybody, when we come back into, and this is, we're expecting that student loan repayment will restart in September, but everyone will enter in what's called a Fresh Start basis, basically coming back in good standing. You say, well, what does that mean, Vicki? I mean, I'm still got to pay it, yes, but those interest payments and those penalties and the delinquency statuses and the things that were happening,
those will be removed.
Those are going to be addressed in a different way. Mm-hmm. Now, full details of what the Fresh Start program really means have not been laid out
Released.
yet.
Mhm.
But what I would tell everyone is this: what has been, and there are two other provisions that I want to talk about before we end this conversation, is you need to get to your loan servicer and find out exactly what the Fresh Start program impact is going to be for you. And you also need to start paying attention. I mean, like every couple of days, visit the federal student aid website, which is at studentaid.gov, to learn more on a consistent basis about all the changes that are taking place as far as the repayment of student loans and additional programs that were implemented during COVID, and the additional waivers, of which we're going to talk about a little bit here, the additional waivers that were implemented that may either reduce your loan payments, definitely bring you back in under a fresh start possibility, and possibly fully pay off your loans. I've already had two clients who are in full payoff that has happened over the last couple of months. One of them is what's called, in fact, under what's called the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. That's PSLF, Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. If you remember, George, years ago, they came out with income-based repayment. They came out with accelerated payments and consolidation payments, all types of avenues to help with student loan repayment.
Yeah.
One of them happened to be PSLF, Public Service Loan Forgiveness Programs. But the program got, I'm just going to say it the way I feel about it, totally screwed up. I mean, just totally messed up, because there were many of the loan servicers who were not calculating and applying the criteria properly. So even though you were working for a public service, meaning a not-for-profit or a public entity, they weren't crediting properly your service against the time necessary in order for the loan forgiveness. Well, with some due diligence and a lot of work on the part of the Department of Education and a lot of complaining, they have fixed that and are recalculating the actual time that has been served for student loan borrowers, for individuals who are working in the public sector, so that they're getting the proper credit. But you must, listen to me, you must get to the Department of Education through the studentaid.gov site and make sure that you go in and check and have them recheck and check again that your loan, if you believe you have, you've taken care of your 10 years of payments, make sure that you get to them directly before October 31st. I would not, in fact, wait till October. I'd do it tomorrow to start working with your loan servicers to look at the PSLF waiver opportunity. Because if you qualify, they will actually pay off your entire student loan if you have done your qualifying service, and refund to you. You like this, George?
Yes.
Refund to you any overpayments based on the fact that you may have qualified 3 years ago or 2 years ago. They will refund those payments. So you also need to go to check to see if you're eligible under the Public Service Loan Limited Waiver Program before this opportunity expires, because it will expire in October of this year.
So you got to get on that. They
implemented this and nobody heard it. You know how you have so many things going on. It all took place and it was like one of those things that flew under the radar, and it is going to end October 31st. So you need to get out there and go to studentaid.gov/PSLF waiver to make sure to check to see if you qualify and to work through this with your lending institution. In some cases, your lending institution also may have changed recently, and because you are not paying because of the waiver and the extensions that have been going on as far as not paying student loans, not known that your servicer also has changed. So you need to go out and do some investigation. This is worth putting effort into because there are 41 million student loan borrowers right now. And I can tell you there are many of us, many of the student loan borrowers who, if they take advantage of some of these waiver programs or the extensions or the Fresh Start program, it will have tremendous impact on your long-term financial security. You were about to ask me something, George.
No, I was just thinking about it. One of the things that I thought I heard with that public service loan forgiveness is that you do have to have some record of repayment, but you're right. That's just what I think. I think you
Right.
go to studentaid.gov/PSLF and find out public service loan forgiveness. Yes.
Right.
And find out exactly. But I know that there was some stipulation around what you have paid, but that the
There
best way is
are
go
a
to the
lot of
website.
stipulations, but the records have now been purged, cleaned, and rectified.
Yeah.
So go, don't guess.
No,
This
exactly.
this is worth you spending time. And I wouldn't wait, because as this information starts to filter out more and more, the numbers of individuals trying to get records and trying to work through this is going to increase. It's kind of like what happened with the stimulus money. You know how we
Right.
got all backlogged? You don't want to
Right.
be on the backlog. You need to get out there, get started. You hear it, you're hearing it from us today. Tell your friends, go out there and put some effort into it. This is worth doing so that you don't wait until the end of summer and then all of a sudden you think, oh my God, it's October and I have to take care of this. No. Do it right now. Now, here's my final warning.
Okay.
Because they've placed this on all of the student aid sites. Be careful. Anytime there's lots of money available, there's lots of what?
Scammers.
There's lots of scammers. Lots of scammers. So if you start getting unsolicited information from things that are saying pandemic grant or Biden loan forgiveness, those two have already popped up. Check with your school to see if these offers are legit, to
But if
make
you go-
sure.
But
okay?
if you, right, it could, but like you said, if you go to studentaid.gov/, you should be good if you making sure that landing page still is within the secure website link.
That is correct. That is correct. Okay, studentaid.gov/PSLF waiver, and make sure you're staying within the secure site.
So,
Okay,
and
because
when
there's
you-
going to be lots of scammers out there. They've already started.
and wherever you're getting this video or audio, the link will be there. So there you go.
Exactly. Okay. Well, George, this is what you call a very happy day.
Okay.
Because I like it when we can tell folks how to save money and
I
get
love
money
that.
back. And the amount of money for those who qualify. I mean, I've had two already. Like I said, one was like $35,000. Boom, gone. Plus like $3,000 or $4,000 back. The other one was like 15 to 20,000 gone.
Well, first of all, then, and this is not you saying this, I'm saying this. So remember this, Vicki. That's why they need to come and see you so they can figure all that out.
Well, okay, I will say, okay, thank you for that. Okay, but they put some elbow grease into it too. In fact, a lot of elbow grease into it.
Yeah.
Because over the years they've been doing the things that they were supposed to do.
Right.
They were working for public service organizations. They were paying their payments on time. They took advantage of all of the special perks that were there as far as, setting up automatic payments and getting a little bit of a reduction in their interest rate. But so they put a lot of elbow grease into it too. My role right now is to make sure everybody hears this.
Gotcha.
So again, we will make sure that we have this website linked to this broadcast. But it's studentaid.gov/PSFL. Okay, and make sure you stay within the
I thought it was /
site. I'm sorry, I said /.
Yes.
/ Okay, all right.
That's why forget all of that. Just follow us when you get the thing. Okay.
Okay. All right, George. Well, listen, I hope you have, the rest of your Sunday afternoon. Okay, go out and enjoy your family. Have a great time. And at this point in time, I'll say, be sure to follow us on YouTube, like, subscribe, and share. Follow us on Facebook. And if you have questions, feel free to give us a call. 315-930-4499. Again, 315-930-4499, or at info@brackensfsl.com. fsn.com. Our plate is full.
Oh, I was going to say, before you fill up our plate, next week is our friendly neighborhood advisor.
Oh, yes.
So please get your questions to info@brackensfsn.com.
That's correct. Okay. Make sure.
Now, Vicki, one more time.
Our plate is full.
Vicki Brackens is the president of Brackens Financial Solutions Network, LLC, and a registered representative of LPL Financial, member SIPC. She is America's money maven.